forward then, and they're off and racing. A bit slower into stride were both Senor Diaz and Diamatiste as they race up towards the first of what is now 9 flights of hurdles, with just 3 in the back straight this afternoon. As Absolute Steel, Lowry's Bar and Josh the Boss. Absolute Steel ran right out to the right over that. Breeden Hill Dart went to the left. They all have made it to the other side, but it was a little bit hairy as Absolute Steel is on towards the second. Again, slows into it. Lowry's Bar in the pink jacket and Josh the Boss in the blue are the two that are either side of the slightly errant Absolute Steel, who's on towards the third. Pirate's Tail is towards the right-hand side, as again the leader has a good long look and zigzags on the approach. Toto Wolff gave it a clout, not as big a clout as Pirate's Tail did. So we're all still standing as they head up past us, and out in the lead it's Absolute Steel by 3 lengths. Josh the Boss in the blue colours under Jamie Neild in second. The short-priced favourite Lowry's Bar, pink jacket for Mihal Nolan. Then a line of 4 with Senor Diaz racing on the inside of Diamatiste as they move away. Then Toto Wolff in the mauve colours, just ahead of Pirate's Tail in the green, and Breeden Hill Dart in the purple and yellow colours is at the back. So we now have a long run between flights 3 and 4 as they go right the way round this swinging turn, right-handed and downhill before they leave the ground again. Absolute Steel it is, setting no more than a sensible pace in the conditions, with Josh the Boss and Lowry's Bar the next 2. Senor Diaz on the inside of Diamatiste and Toto Wolff, with Pirate's Tail towards the outer, and still at the back is Breeden Hill Dart. So still on this long run and still out in the lead, it is Absolute Steel who shows the way from, in second place, Josh the Boss. Lowry's Bar races in third at this stage as they begin to take the right-hand turn a little bit more in earnest, as Pirate's Tail's on the outside of Senor Diaz. Diamatiste bumped along for a stride or 2 in 6th place, ahead of Toto Wolff, and Breeden Hill Dart at the back as the runners just make their way into the back straight. So running downhill, as I say, just 3 flights, the usual final flight not being jumped this afternoon because of the state of the ground, and using a single bend closer to us around the Plymouth part of the track. Is out in the lead Absolute Steel, a very steady pace. Leads Josh the Boss. Lowry's Bar just taking closer order on the descent in the pink jacket, as a few of them want to go a little bit faster than their riders will permit at this stage, with Pirate's Tail towards the outside. Diamatiste, as they all pop over that. Absolute Steel continuing to have a look around on the approach towards the flights, not taking the most direct route, but he's over with Lowry's Bar, and between the pair Josh the Boss. On the outside, Pirate's Tail as they climb uphill to what is now 4 from the finish, and once again there'll be a long run between 4 out and 3 out. So Absolute Steel with Lowry's Bar, Josh the Boss still in close attendance in the blue jacket, then Pirate's Tail, Diamatiste and Senor Diaz as they pop over that. Slight trailing leg from Josh the Boss, and now they'll climb steadily uphill and have a run of best part of half a mile before they reach the 3 flights up the home straight. Absolute Steel out in the lead, continues to show the way. In second, Lowry's Bar, who races on the outside of, in third place, Josh the Boss. Senor Diaz comes next towards the inside of Toto Wolff and Pirate's Tail, who's still right there in the green colours on the outer as well, as they still well grouped, the back marker being Breeden Hill Dart, would still only be about 7 lengths behind the leader. That leader is just Absolute Steel, but Lowry's Bar is now moving into a position to begin a challenge. Josh the Boss is 2 lengths away with Pirate's Tail as they turn in. Senor Diaz, Diamatiste, Breeden Hill Dart as the pace begins to lift. Absolute Steel giving quite a bold sight out in front and just causing Lowry's Bar to be bumped along, and at this stage Absolute Steel travels well. Josh the Boss in third, being pressed by Pirate's Tail, who's now taken that position. So Absolute Steel out in front, Lowry's Bar still close enough, but just having to be manoeuvred for a challenge as Absolute Steel heads towards the third last, continuing to run around in the lead, but still rises in front from Lowry's Bar. And the two have moved on from Diamatiste. Josh the Boss has run no sort of race. Absolute Steel continuing to chart all sorts of courses, but is still picking up alongside Lowry's Bar as they head down towards the last. Absolute Steel left-hand side, Lowry's Bar on the right-hand side as they head towards the final flight with Diamatiste. And despite wandering around
around on the approach to every single flight of hurdles. It's Absolute Steel who comes to the last, and Larry's Bar has 2 to 3 lengths to find up the run-in. Diamatiste and Pirate's Tail. Larry's Bar as Absolute Steel now gets very weary on the run to the line. Absolute Steel and Larry's Bar. Still Absolute Steel will not let Larry's Bar pass, and Absolute Steel wandered around and wandered to victory and turned over Larry's Bar. In third place, Diamatiste, then Pirate's Tail. Josh the Boss only 5th.
A race 2 here at X has gone to 200 to 1 shot, Absolute Steel for trainer Tom Lacey and jockey Stan Shepherd. And I wasn't sure at every obstacle you were going to get to the other side. He's done a little bit of wonder out in front, but he's produced the absolute shock of the day here. Did you think he had that kind of ability, and had he just disappointed you badly on his first 2 runs?
I didn't think he was bad as his last run at Chepstow, his first run over hurdles. That was very poor. I was actually relatively happy enough with him at Market Raisin. I know he finished last, but he wasn't really beaten overly far, and we didn't go that fast, and he sort of stayed going the same speed from turning in. I'd say the Nigel's horse and Philip Hobbs's horse have probably slightly underperformed there, but I'm not that surprised.
No, and Larry's Bar, I still thought was going to come and claim you on the run-in, but once he headed you, looks like he found more again.
Yeah, he definitely did. Like, as you said, he had a good look at the first 3 hurdles up the home straight, and he had a good look going into the last. And I thought when I felt Mihal come to me, if Mihal had flown past me within sort of 5 strides, I might not have got back past him, but because he sort of pushed mine on a bit, and mine picked up again once he saw him.
Well, a nice prize to pick up, 200 to 1. Didn't get too many of those turn up, and it was a Class 2 novices hurdle, so well done.
Yeah, thank you very much. Cheers, thank you.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.